Good evening everyone and welcome along to FRL. We are here tonight for season number 14 even. It is round 1 of the championship as we take the Bahrain Grand Prix from the Sakhir International Circuit. Of course, my name is James Head. Oliver Smalley joining me alongside on the commentary box, of course. And Oliver doing it the hard way, but we're about to get going with Physical on a lap on the run in towards turn number 1. And we'll see what the Finn can do. Of course, he's waited 870 odd days for a race win here in FRL. Let's see what he can do on a set of medium compound tyres down through the Sakhir International Circuit. Through turn 2, through the right hand and now of turn 3, and then up the hill and towards turn number 4, just passing Lou off to the right hand side there. Is now Physical runs in towards turn number 4. So nicely negotiated from Physical as we now come through in towards the middle sector. Through turn 5, through turn 6, 28 flat through the first sector. Not a bad first sector, not a great first sector either from Physical. He's on that set of mediums, remember, coming through the right-hander now of turn number 8, and then up the hill in towards the double left of turn 9 and 10, which is my favourite corners, of course, out on track. As Physical now comes through the left-hander of turn number 10, he has got a Haas behind him. I think that's Lou out on track. The Aston Martin, I think of Bunty, is also on a lap as well, just in behind. But Physical on the run in towards turn number 11, through the left-hander, and then through this very tricky right-hander of turn number 12. You get caught on the curb through here, you are going to be ending up in the wall, and Physical manages that and negotiates it very nicely indeed. 105.5 through the middle sector. We should be seeing 104s there in the middle sector from the guys later on in the session. Physical on the run down in towards turn number 14. It's been a very nice, clean, consistent lap from Physical. Probably not the quickest lap that we'll see here tonight, but Physical ran the final corner on the run to the line, and it looks like he's going to set a 126 to start off the night, just shy of that, 127.3 to start off the night. But Oliver, we're doing it the hard way. There's no live stream physically going on. How on earth are you doing, my friend?
It's going really well. It's unfortunate that we're not getting the stream up. We've literally been having a massive argument with the internet as Kaziddle had set a 125.8. That's really interesting from Kaziddle. We didn't see him in pre-season testing, but moving on with the Wi-Fi and me and Charlie, not Charlie, me and James trying to work together. It's going to be a really long night for us, James, ain't it? But we've been fighting with this thing, but literally, as I'm going to be like a secret Ted on the notes, I watched some of these drivers of Kaziddle and Jensen. They were doing their own little lobby on qualifying, and it had Bunty, Ryan, Meti, Macho, and they were really close. I think at the end of qualifying, it was ended by 50, and I mean 50 milliseconds. These drivers are going to be pushing really hard, but we'll see who comes out on top. But also, they got to take care of those tyres, because it's not only a fact that's going to affect them in qualifying if they make one lock-up, it's also at the start of the race for the top 10 drivers.
Yeah, very good lap times, by the way, coming in, because there's a lad on top, Tom in second, Kachow in third, at the start of qualifying. Of course, we rolled on board with Physical for his first lap. Bunty out of the final corner. He is now on the run to the line. It's a very quick lap, actually, by Bunty. 27.3, not sure what he's been smoking coming into tonight, but 27.3. He's quicker than Macho, Davidenko, and Ramco. Very good lap from Bunty. They're in 7th position. Obviously, has set multiple laps on that set of medium compound tyres. Barak, by the way, brand new, well, not brand new driver, it is a name change for Baraka, so that is his new demeanour, that is his new moniker out on track. So Barak, now of course formerly of WR Baraka, now Barak, he's there down in P15, now on a lap. He's coming in toward the left-hander of turn number 11, but it is Kazizzle out on top, and Kazizzle already stamping the authority really on the rest of the field. So Bombastic going to 5th position now as well on the left-hand side. Barak, though, on a quick lap, he is 700s up, but it's the final sector where he's really going to improve if he has got enough fuel on this lap. On the run down and towards turn number 14, 6 minutes gone in qualifying, and it is Kazizzle out on top, Tom in second, Kachow in third. Tom, by the way, did improve his lap, 25.9, and now ATC goes third as Barak, nearly spins it out the final corner on the run to the line. Very quick lap time, 27.1. I'm not sure if he's got a slight timing glitch going on perhaps in this session, because there's a lad on top, Tom in second, Med TC in third, and many drivers still on that set of medium compound tyre. However, Lou, who I'm on board with, on the run down towards turn 14 is not. He's on the set of softs and he's purple in the middle sector.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's interesting to see only 2 drivers though. Fisicello and Jonah on the medium tyres. If they can try and get in the top 10, I don't think Physico is, but Jonah, he's in the top 10 and he's in P6. I bet he's feeling very, very, very comfortable in those mediums. And it's just going to depend. Is he going to think about, oh, I might stay in the pits for the rest of it and I've got 3 fresh softs? Or am I like saying, oh, I might pop out, do 1 fresh soft tyres, get that lot done. If I'm not happy with it, I've got another one. And he then has a spare fresh soft tyres. Not only that, probably 2. But other than that, it should be alright, as we are going to see who is on a flying lap. I think maybe the Ferrari round the final corner? No, it's Tom. He has invalidated by going the corner, plus he's low on fuel, so he's not really going to go that quick. So we'll see who's actually on a flying lap. I have no idea who is on a flying lap, James.
Yeah, nobody's on a flying lap at the minute. Jensen is out on an outlap along with Physico. Interesting, by the way, in terms of the team pairings and in terms of the driver pairings, of course, coming into the season. Because we've started literally at the start of qualifying, I haven't even given you the information of who's in what team. You can probably decipher that off to the left-hand side yourself. But next week, of course, when we go actually physically live, we remain to be seen. And I hopefully, might be able to get this up, of course, at the end of qualifying, if there is no live stream. If not, then obviously we're going to see a recording of the race later on. 27.3 though from Physico. He is on the run down and towards turn number 1. Now on that to the soft compounder tyre. And I always think, Oliver, around this track, you can probably gain a second, 1.2 seconds, I think, on a set of soft compounder tyres. So we should be seeing Physico into the 25s here.
Definitely. Physical has really been pushing really hard. And definitely, he has got that massive lose streak as well of probably, I'm going to say, 820 days, but already 3/10 of the first sector, not too bad. Trying to go really well into turn 8. This is really hard. You really want to be nice and smooth on the power, as he's just done. Not too bad. Coming up to the hill now at turn 9, and your favourite corner, turn 10. Don't want to lock up too hard, and really want to get perfect on the exit, like there. Bang! With the DRS, going all the way down, doing at least 310 kilometres and braking at turn 11. Up to the hill now, close to sector 2. This is the tricky corner where you go round turn 12, and try not to hit that curve. Spot on, nice around the exit, cross sector 2, a whole second up. So he's got like near enough 2/10 to try and snag, but he don't want to get it really messed up in the final corner at turn 14, because it could either really suck you up and go into an invalid track, or invalid track limits like there, or go for a spin, run into the line now. I think it's going to be a 25.8, and it is not too bad. Up to P2, really close to Kazidl by only 11 milliseconds. Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad at all. 9,000th of a second it actually is between Kazidl and Physico. Tom there in third as well. Medc currently in fourth. Macho is up on the first sector. 3/10 up through the first sector, Macho. 27.4. Should be expecting him to go around Tom Med-TC sort of area, I think, on the Mercedes. Already, we are halfway through qualifying. It's Kazidl out on top, Physico in second, Tom in third. Macho now coming to the left-hand of turn number 10. And when you get that corner, right, it is so satisfying, I think, in terms of the actual action. Macho on the run up in towards turn number 11. Of course, down the old F2 pit straight, which obviously used to run here, and of course the go out into the country on one of the layouts in Project Cars 3, if you haven't even known that game before. Macho coming through the middle sector, he's nearly 9/10 up through the middle sector, so obviously the Dutchman now absolutely flying on the run down in towards turn number 14. We should be seeing him, as I say, around a 26 flat, I think, unless he improves magnificently in this final sector. I think it will be around a 26 flat this lap time. Macho now on the run towards the line, and it is 26.3. I wasn't too far off. 26.3 for Macho. He goes there into fifth. Chow, I think, is on a lap time as well. Yona also on a lap. Many drivers on laps. Jensen, though, defending champion, he's on a lap coming through the middle sector. 27.2 as Lou now goes quickest. It goes 200s quicker than Kazidl. Jensen, though, on a lap probably to try and defy them all, as Bunty, I think, has just gone fifth.
It's not too bad. We're seeing Henry coming around the final corner. Not too bad. Really good on the exit. This might get him into the top 5. I think he's going to get a 125. No, it's a 127. Well, 125.7. I did see him. He was near enough in second sector, and he was like already like 1 second and 2/10 out. But he's really good.
I tell you what though, Jensen is improving by a second in the middle sector and he's looking very quick now. Coming out the final corner is Jensen, going to go on to provisional pole position with this lap to the line. He's rolled short, he goes 6th in the end, very close in qualifying, and Yona absolutely blasts them out of the water. 25.5 from Yona, 6 minutes to go in qualifying, and it is the TTML, the current TTML F2 leader in the championship, who won here in Bahrain a couple of weeks ago. Yona leading the way, Henry in second, Lou there in third, and Jensen all the way down in 7th position. Yona, so far, looking quicker than last season's champion. That could be a big story developing.
Yeah, definitely. I was looking at the last place, Ruta, and I thought he was going to go really well, but unfortunately, he went a bit wide in the turn 13 and got track invalidated. So nothing exciting with that, as we're seeing one of the AlphaTauris. I think that's Kazizel. He's coming back. He's going to knock on the door, and he's going up to the hill section now at turn 12. Don't want to get too close to the curb.
This is quick.
It is quick. He is literally strapped a rocket ship up the back of that AlphaTauri. I did get that right. And we're coming to the final corner at turn 14. He really want to not get sucked up to that final corner. Done that really well. Really added the power. DRS is activated. I think this might be a 125.5. Oh no. Falls short by a 125.6. But still not too bad in the front row.
That middle sector was significantly quicker than Yona's middle sector. I think it was nearly 2/10 quicker than his middle sector. But Kazizel, faster in the final sector, but Yona's final sector I think was even better than his. So Yona is out on top. It is 700ths of a second separating. Kazizel there in second, Henry there in third. Barak, by the way, has gone fourth. Good lap time by the Spaniard, of course. He ran Jensen very close last season in terms of the championship, but really, in terms of the field, I'm looking further down the field and I'm seeing the likes of Macho, who was up towards the top end of the field. He's down in P14 at the minute. Very disappointing from his perspective, and he'll be hoping to obviously try and get a very good lap time in going on to his final laps. But around this track, because you've set the standard at 25.5, a majority of these drivers are not going to improve on their laps. It's going to be very difficult for them to improve.
Well, yeah, definitely, for 100% sure. So we don't get bored. Let's have a ride on board with the German, with the famous German, T-Hawk. We are now riding on board. He's crossed the line and he's going all the way down. If you got this in kilometres, it's near enough 325. Break off the 100 metre board, down, all the way to turn 1. Short shifter up to turn 2 and 3. You really don't want to go too wide. Almost went wide. Don't want to cut that corner at turn 3. If not, you get invalidated. Going up to turn 4 after the 100 metre board, down to 3rd, going to 4th. Make sure you really don't unsettle that car. First sector, 127.8. That's pretty good. You really want to get in the 27 highs. Cutting those corners very aggressively from the German. Coming round to turn 8. Really want to be smooth on that power. Like there. Get on that curve as well. Really does help. Don't want to upset the car to turn 9 and not lock it up. Sound like he locked up at turn 10, but got a perfect exit and activating the DRS all the way down to turn 11 to 310 kilometres after 100 metre board, close to the 50 points, round to turn 11. Want to get really nice and wide cut in that corner and getting turn 12 right as well. Don't want to spin it. To turn 13, he's on a second, he's in the 140. This might get him in the top 10, but it's not going to stick him up high. So probably 5th in the row, or the 4th in the row, coming round to the final corner. T-Hawk's really flying, so hopefully he can fly really well towards the line. It's going to be a 125, maybe 125.6. Yes, 125.6. Unfortunately, didn't get it in the top 10, but close to Bunty. And that's another thing I want to be saying. Bunty has surprised me a lot, if I sound like I'm losing my voice anyway, and we're not even got into the race. Bunty has surprised me a lot. He was Formula 2, same with Ryan, and those two has teamed up. But definitely, I'm glad not to see these two in F2, because I feel like they'll decimate the championship in F2. But it's really good to see the Aston Martins do really well. Do you think they'll score points in their debut in F1 as the rookies?
Possibly. I mean, it's a strong qualifying session, but what I always say in commentary is qualifying is one thing, the race is a completely different thing, and I think Ryan and Bunty, especially Bunty more so, I think he'll probably tend to struggle, actually, in the race than necessary. Tom, by the way, was on a good lap. He's actually invalid coming through the middle sector. Jensen has just started up on a lap. Physical, by the way, improved on his lap time and went 6th. I think Ruti Hullett is also on a lap. The CPI man coming through turn number 11, or turn 10 even, and on the run in towards turn number 11. We'll see what Ruti Hullett can do. And then McLaren, of course, alongside T-Up, getting caught on the right-hand side, coming through turn 11 there, just getting caught on the curb slightly.
No.
Now to the right-hand of turn number 12. You're seeing something else, I think, out on track of Ruti Hullett. Actually, 104.2 through the middle sector. That is significantly quicker than Yona and Kazizel. This is an extraordinary lap time for Ruti Hullett. If he can get now towards the top end of the field, it's normally around 8 or 9 seconds from the Rolex banner there. On the run to the line, Ruti Hullett's on an absolute flyer here. He might even go provisional pole. Ruti Hullett to the line. He does go provisional pole. 25.4, and now lays the smackdown on everyone else. Yona is invalidated. Kazizel there in 3rd at the minute. Henry is also invalidated. Barak has just stood up on his lap. Jensen is invalidated. Tom is now on his lap, and he's looking quick there coming through the middle sector. We'll see what on board then with Tom, what the Shazoo man can do. Currently, Shazoo 9th and 10th with Jensen and Tom at this stage. What can the Ferrari man do? Coming through the left-hander of 11, in towards the right-hander of turn 12. We will see more improvements, by the way, up the field, I am sure of it. And Tom, he's purple, according to that timing screen. That's a very much of a glitch.
Not for me. He was actually down on his time. He was like 30 milliseconds down. So this is going to be interesting to see where he gets it round the final exit.
Physical's retired from the session as well. He's into the pit lane. Tom now out the final corner on the run to the line. And he does improve. What a good final sector that is. He goes 6th with that lap time. Barak is on a lap as well. Henry is invalidated. Kazizel is on a lap. And he's got a little bit of slipstream from Petter Vol in 14th position now at the minute. Petter. Barak, though, coming through the middle sector. He's looking quick. 104.3. He's purple in the middle sector. I think it's indicative of his personal best rather than the actual purple middle sector out of the session. Ruti Hullett that was out on top. Yona in 2nd. If Yona can't obviously improve on his lap, he is going to have to try and think about another way. He's back into the pit lane, so Yona's definitely not improving. Barak, though, on the run to the line, could be close to the line. He goes 4th in the end. Good lap time from him. Kazizel at the final corner. Yeah, Pettervold just gets out of the way off the left-hand side, and now Kazizel on the run to the line. Is he going to challenge Ruti Hullett to the line? He doesn't. He goes 2nd in the end, but he improves 9 thousandths ahead of Yona. And I think, apart from Davidenko and Remco actually on a lap, he comes to the line. He goes into the top 10. Good lap time from him. Bunty is off on a lap. Medti Siegel's 12th. Very good lap time from him as well. I've never seen a close of 20 driver field, I think, around Bahrain ever. Ruti Hullett out on top. Kazizel there in 2nd. Yona in 3rd. Ruti Hullett a class above the field. But one that pace is everything. The race is a completely and utterly different thing. We'll run you down the full grid order in just a small second or so. And hopefully we might be able to get a live stream going maybe at the end of qualifying. Ruti Hullett out on top, Kazizel there in 2nd, Yona in 3rd, Barak there in 4th, Henry in 5th, Ryan in 6th. Tom, good to see the Ukrainian flag being supported, really stand for that cause. He's there in 7th, Lou in 8th, Physical in 9th, Remco in 10th, Jensen 11th, MedTZ 12th, Bombastic 13th, Harmon 14th, Bunty 15th, Kachow in 16th, Teork 17th, Pettervold 18th, Davidenko 19th, Macho ran off the top 20, and hopefully we might be able to get a live stream up, so I'm going to end the recording now, and we will see you hopefully in a bit. If not, the race is going to be recorded and it'll be uploaded later on. Goodbye.